Hey, all you sweet mamas out there, thank you so much for tuning back in here with me today. If this is the first time that you click on one of my videos, for a quick introduction on me, my name is Nona Gardner, and I'm successfully owning and operating 2 Pilates studios in the 6 figures while being the mama of 3 little munchkins. And that right there is the main platform behind me wanting to create this channel and working these videos. Initially, I want to really help inspire, motivate, and educate all of the mommypreneurs out there. Doesn't matter what business line you want to start up, not just on how to build the courage and discuss some of the business tips, tricks, and secrets that I truly wish someone would have shared with me to help me when I was starting my journey, but ultimately to help you guys create a very profitable empire. So the topic of today's video, as you read below, is learning how to convert your competitors into allies. So you have to think outside of the box, right? A lot of times when we get out there, we want to open up a business. The first things that you'll even read in some of the books is go out there and see what your competitors are doing. Yes, that's awesome, but then the light bulb went off in my head and I thought, well, rather than just keep them in the bucket of being a competitor, why not leverage those relationships and convert them into allies so that it's a two-way stream where we're benefiting one another? Remember, guys, we're all ladies here, and an empowered woman empowers women. So let's create a strong community and also cheer on other people so that they become successful as well. 3 ways that I did that along my journey. Here's my trick. So I went out there and I started working for a Pilates studio. The studio was about 45 minutes from where I'm currently living. So I was very candid. I built an amazing relationship with the owner, and as I decided to start working on building my own practice, I was very candid with her. I told her, you know what? I'm gonna open up a studio. I'm more than happy to continue working here until my business is up and running. But I also wanna talk to you about some of the things that I'm doing that I really think would be beneficial to you. And then I started telling her some of the things that I thought at the time her business was lacking that she might be able to benefit from. And then it created that warmth where we're able to talk to one another. The reason why that also worked, ladies, is you don't necessarily want to go up to the business that's up the street from you and say, hey, let's build a partnership together, because that might not go very well. But why not dig a little bit deeper and try to find someone doing what you're doing a little bit further away and leverage that? So I basically started giving her some of the tips and tricks of what I was going to do to get my business up and running. And I also told her, and you have to be genuine, that I would be more than happy to refer any people who contact me that distance just wasn't going to work, timing was just not going to work for them, or someone who might be a little bit closer to her. And so I did just that. I referred a couple of clients her way, and as a result, she started referring not only clients to me, but when she started linking up with people that would be compatible business partners like physical therapists or chiropractors, she'd call me up and be, hey Nona, I just met up with this awesome physical therapist. She's looking to network and build relationships with Pilates instructors, and I sent her your way because I think that you could really benefit. And on top of that, because I'm a real person, I didn't want to just maintain the relationship and then just use her to benefit my own personal business. I would meet up with her every Tuesday till this very day. We work out together, we mind share. I brought her into my second location, gave her a tour around rather than be like, oh my gosh, like I don't want her to see what I'm doing because I don't want her to go out and do it the same or do it better. Because at the end of the day, even if 2 businesses are doing the same thing, everyone's gonna do it a little bit differently, right? That was my first way. Second competitor that I leveraged was when I first started working at the gym. I'm very invested in my clientele. So for instance, I had a client that came in, she had some things that she wanted to work on, but one of her goals was weight loss. So I'm very candid with her. I said, listen girl, you need to jump on a treadmill. You need to go out and do something outside of just Pilates. You know what? I know this awesome personal trainer that I think you can really benefit from. And I referred her to this gentleman. He appreciated that so much because so many times you just become so possessive over your clients and you don't want to share. Don't do that. Care about your clients and also think outside of the box. So as a result, that personal trainer started cross-referring some of his clients over to me. And guess what, guys? Remember how I told you in my previous video that I went ahead and started a second location in a commercial spot where if I was to step into it on my own, it probably would have been around $4,000 to $5,000 per month rent. When he decided to go out there and start his location, he called me up And he said, hey, Nona, we really complement one another. We now have a lot of similar clientele. Why don't you come and potentially check out the space? He had a little room in the back and rent it out for me. So just like that, because I created a relationship and converted a competitor into an ally, I was able to step into his business and operate my own business and leverage that partnership, which is an amazing way to cross-refer and get some of those clients and prospects into your door. Third competitor that I also leveraged was now I own my own little practice in Round Rock, Texas. I have a client that's been training with me for years, love her, but her husband is going to relocate. And it was going to be about an hour from where they were currently living. So obviously it just didn't make sense for her to come out and train with me 2 to 3 times a week. Now, because I love her, I said, you know what? I love the transformation that your body has made by doing Pilates, and I want you to continue. So since I'm the expert, I said, let me do some research and try to find a studio close to you. So I found her a studio, did my research and made sure that it was actually something that I was comfortable sending her off to, right? And I really liked what the woman had to offer. But she was actually located, the studio, about 40 minutes from me. So rather than just talking to my client and say, hey, I found the studio and it sounds awesome, I sent her an email. I said, hey, so-and-so, my name is Nona Gardner. I own a Pilates studio in Round Rock, Texas. One of my clients is gonna be moving. I read about your studio and it sounds so awesome, so I'm referring her over to you. Right off the bat, she sent me an email. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so wonderful. Now, not only am I converting my competitors into allies, but I'm building a really strong community of other women doing what I'm doing. And she as well, not only referred clients to me, but she also started contacting me and saying, hey girl, are you looking for a Pilates instructor? I have this woman who sent me an email and she's looking for a job, but I'm not looking for anyone. I'm a sole practitioner. If you want, I can send her your way. Honest to God, I took that contact, called that instructor, and she now is working at my studio. So just because you're going out there and you're start a business, think outside of the box, guys. The best way to do it is to do it together. Leverage some relationships. Go out there, talk, network, see who else is doing what you're doing, maybe a little bit further out if you're too afraid to talk to someone that's 5 or 10 minutes away from you at fear of them taking your business. And just go out there and make it happen. That's something that's worked for me. I want you guys to keep pursuing what you're doing. Please hit like, subscribe. If you know someone who you think may really benefit from my videos, please share it with them. And just remember, guys, dream big, start small, but most of all, just start.